Food, music, art, we have it all on Wake Up Nigeria. Yes, it's time for art display. And today our guest is Onu Victor Obikarammachukwu, a conceptual contemporary professional painter. His art speaks about originality, identity, positivity, hope, courage, togetherness, and love. And with that, it's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us this morning. How you doing?
Good morning, I'm fine. And how are you?
Very well, thank you. Pronounce your name. It's quite a mouthful.
Obikarammachukwu.
So I did get it. Yeah. Obikarammachukwu.
Not 100%.
That's lovely. Well, what does it mean, though?
In God I trust.
In God I trust.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so in God we trust, and of course we love your artworks.
Yeah.
You do great stuff, and I'd like us to talk about that. How did your foray into art begin? Was it out of passion or thanks to Jam? Which one? And that's where you found your art?
Okay, I would say that it's something that I have been born with.
When you say born with?
Yeah, because I can remember when I was still younger, I did destroy a lot of things in the house. What I mean by that is this. My dad will get to buy radio and some other stuff, and before you know it, I will go ahead try to build up things and all that. So
using the radio, your father uses garden money to buy. You will now take parts and build stuff.
I'm sorry about that, I know, but
you are the one Bovi was talking about. You are lucky to be alive.
Yeah, so,
just kidding.
So I think creativity started from that point, and since then till now, I have really been going from one creativity to another, and finally, like you said, I get to do jam and all that. But before then, I had so much interest on art, and which I have been drawing, painting. I have some of my drawings that if I see today, I will be like, whoa. I still remember 2017 to 16, all those drawings that I did then. And now I would say it's something that has really been with me before school and all that. Yeah.
So your talent has evolved. Is that what you mean?
Sure.
Ah, okay. So I know artists have different ways of describing themselves. And from the way you keep going on about contemporary, I'm suspecting yours, if it's not contemporary, it will be conceptualization or something along that line.
Yeah.
So what kind of art would you say you do? Conceptual?
Yeah, conceptual.
Yeah. Okay, but seriously, when you say conceptual art, what does it mean?
It has to do with a personal idea. Or something that you feel it belongs to you and you really need to put it out. It's something that's ongoing. It doesn't have any restriction. It's just like you play by your rules.
Play by your rules.
Yeah, so you do it the way you feel it should be seen, or the way people should see it, and that's just the basics.
So most times when we have artists in the studio, they are usually dressed in a very straight-jacketed way. And so when you came in, I was like, oh, he's a performer. Oh, and then next thing, I'm like, okay, why is he looking like the art display guy? Well, sometimes people look alike. And then when it was time for art display, I saw you walk on, I was like, he's not here to perform. So what informs your dress sense as an artist? Because I don't know, I think there's something about artists that most artists leave their fashion sense at the door.
Okay.
So why is yours like major?
Okay, like I said, it's something that has to do with about conceptualization. So it's just the way I feel I should dress. I dress sometimes not because I want to impress. I dress because that is the way I want to dress. And the way it's appealing to me. And if you go also to my works, like I said, it has to be the way I want to be seen, the way I feel I should be heard. So that's how I dress.
Now let's talk about your artwork.
Okay.
We are very curious about those. So here we have this handsome young man. Tell us about it.
Okay, that art speaks about hope. I call it glance.
You call it?
Glance to the future. Just gazing, looking at the future, the hope of the future and what it has. And which, if you look at the painting, it has this expression of smile and all that. Yeah, so it's just like looking into the future, seeing and knowing that tomorrow is bright. Yeah,
you know how they say people interpret art differently? All I'm saying is you 30 or so years ago, looking at your father's radio and saying, where can I remove from this thing? It looks like a mischievous boy. Even though you call it the ray of hope, right?
Yeah.
This looks like mischief in the making. So I'm renaming it mischief.
No problem.
But what materials did you use to make it?
That's acrylic canvas. Majorly, you can call it mixed media, mixed media painting. So if you look at it, it has rough textures, which some materials would apply on it to bring out those textures. So it's a mixed media art.
Okay, so now let's talk about this one though. This one is making me, so I love chocolate. And all that brown color looking like chocolate, even though it's agbalumo seed, if I'm not wrong.
No, that's right.
Are you serious?
That's
it is, eh?
Yeah, that's
because it does look like a lot like that. But it's making me crave chocolate now. Tell us about that. What's the story? What's it called?
Okay, I couldn't bring my works, which are of large size, majorly. So I just brought that as a sample and for us to see. So that's what I mean by conceptualization. That's actually my major art display or art aim. For me to be known for that, because like we said, every artist has a voice, and every artist wants to be known for who they are. So like I said before now, my art speaks about originality, identity, hope, togetherness, and all that. So going back to this, like I said earlier, is actually bringing back my childhood, which I had so many experiences with friends, loved ones, and family, and which we had. This agbalumo tree, which is Odara in my language. Odara in my language. So we had it in the compound, which brings younger people then, like my age mates and all that. So we play around, we plug the agbalumo fruits, and then we eat, we play, and all that. So that togetherness, that love, that togetherness was pure, and it looks fun for me. Being an adult now, there is so much responsibilities and so much, now you have to create time for fun. But then you didn't really have to put so much effort to have fun.
I wonder how many agbalumo you had to consume to get this many seeds. I must say a very big thank you to you for your time. It's been quite an interesting conversation. Thank you so much. And your artwork's amazing. I love the splashes of color in that, as well as this mischievous boy, ray of hope. I'm going to ask mommy for ice cream. It's cute. I love it.
Thank you.
I really do.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's that one called?
That one is, I think the time I did this work, I think that was 2016 or so. I think Hidden Identity. I think that was what I titled it. Hidden identity.
So that's like a mask. Then the eyes peeking out.
Like I said, my work speaks about identity. So then it looks as if I was hidden. I couldn't come out. I couldn't be known for who I am. So it's just like unmasking myself right now, letting the world know that I'm out. And if you look at the face, you can see a sign or a painting sign that looks the same as the agbalumo seed. I don't know if you look closer, you can see the designs. It looks the same as the agbalumo seed. So it's just like unmasking myself to
through
be
your
known
childhood
and to be
experiences
seen.
into who you are today.
Exactly.
Wow. Obika, thank you so much. I really admire your works. I like the stories behind each of them, and I'm also inspired by them. Maybe one of these days I'm just going to step into a studio and start using brush. Except I might just end up creating an amoeba or something.
You can actually contact me for that, and definitely we'll
definitely. All right, thank you so much indeed. At this point, however, remember what I said earlier about food, music, and art? Well, we've talked about food earlier. We just did it with art. Now it's time for some music. And I know Titi is on standby with the artist.